Well, folks, hello and welcome back to Relaxing Woodshop. My name is David.
Je m'appelle Christopher.
He can speak French too, so he can.
My turn to speak.
Looks like you're going to rob the place.
It's freezing, so
it is. Yeah, very cold. So, this is part 2 of the French cleat wall. Now, for me, this is quite stressful. Nothing to do with enjoying the woodwork. The shop is a mess.
It's a complete mess. I can even sense a mess.
I am used to everything being absolutely where it should be so I can grab stuff, and yet it is just, it's a smorgasbord of rubbish. A cacophony of bits and bobs.
Plethora.
A plethora. Look at how many can
We're just making rather
probably, yeah. So folks, let's get into part 2. I just want to do a big shout out to everybody that's been supporting us. Don't normally shout a lot of people's names out, but Craig was fantastic in going on to Facebook and giving us a massive shout out in it to people that he knows. So thank you very much, Craig. So let's get into it. Let's go. Okay guys, so now what we're going to do is we're going to frame up the wall. Now the hardest one will probably be this one, so we'll get this one in first. And the reason this one's going to be the hardest is because I had all the cables on all set in between the wee holes for it to lock into. So once we get this one in, hopefully we should be able to then work our way as we go. That sounded pretty good all the same there, so it did.
Yeah, for being a difficult job, you're free.
It did become difficult. Let's get the screw in. We'll worry about that one in a second. Hold on. What I'm thinking, Christopher, is I might have put in the wrong bit size. Let me have a look. You probably want to cut
just while we're having some technical difficulties. I have to point out, I did my little solution to putting up the batting on the wall, but unfortunately our camera decided to delete the footage. So you'll just have to use your imagination as to how that went. Unfortunately.
Well covered, Christopher. Well covered. Let's see if this sorts a problem. There we go. I was just a wee bit too. The reason that these are a wee bit different is these are actually, don't know if you can see this in the camera, but they're those funny ones. Like, is there hex screws? I don't know. So we'll get these in.
Oh, they're Torx.
Torx, is that what they're called? Yeah. So now what we'll do, we'll go over here. Sorry for moving you about. And we'll try and see if we can get this one pushed in. I'm nervous about tapping it, because you don't want to...
Little tappy tap.
Tappy tappy. And then we'll get this one in. What on earth was I going to do with that? That was lifting up the wrong one. We're having fun today. That locks that in. These are great screws all the same. Couple more. I actually nearly twist the arm off you the way they're going.
Are you going in there, I think?
Yeah. That's the original battens in there.
Very good screws.
Force that one out, Chris, or so good. Let's just put that back in. It's locked in anyway there. So what we'll do now is we'll get the next set of boards that might go in a wee bit smoother for the video, and we'll work our way up. Okay guys, now as we said, one board fits, but we then have a wee bit of a gap and a leftover. So we've got one of these boards. Again, you can buy plywood and you can buy MDF or whatever you want to use. This is just to cut the cost because we had a few of spare of these up in the roof space. So what we'll do is, the measurement is 24, so it is. So we'll go down here and we will measure our 24, which is about there. So let's lock that into place. take this back to there. Bring the board up. That's brilliant. Bring this up a little bit more. And we'll bring it in. And then that'll allow us to run 24. Now, I'm just wanting, there we go, that's us now. So, let's get the music going. Okay guys, so now we have all of the 3 wee ones cut. What we will now do is large, small, large, small, large, small, and don't Christopher look at me as if to say large, small. I knew that was coming, so it is. So what we'll do now is we'll get these up and get them loaded. We do apologise, we did a software update for our brand new GoPro 9 and we don't know what it's doing. It seems to be doing videos, then it seems to be losing videos, etc, etc. So bear with us, but we'll get through it together.
You lost lovely footage of me on the other side of the camera as well.
We did, didn't we? You were actually doing something for a while, yeah. Yeah. Okay, folks. Now, came to the issue towards once we get to the very top there, and what it was my son has GCSE maths, he has additional A-level maths, and he's currently doing engineering. So, when you have a 30mm board plus a 30mm board plus another 30mm board, you get
90.
90. You do indeed.
But there were 33mm boards.
But there were 33mm boards. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 is?
3 according to me.
According to you. So we were 6 centimetres or so too high at the top. So what I need to do is put the boards a long way, bit of pain in the bum because I have to run them, but it was going to happen regardless if the measurements was done the last time like this, it would have been the same. So let's get them cut at a lower level.
So here we go guys, we found extra slats up in the roof space and we're going to use these to frame off the boards just to give it that wee bit of a nice look. What would it look?
Well, we're going to probably screw the light in at the higher part. Oh, that's why we're keeping that cable head as well behind it there, so it might look a mess now, but give it another 2 minutes and Christopher's going to transform this into Mumra. You don't even know what that's from. You don't, sure you don't. People at home, Christopher, that were born before you, will know where Mumra's from.
Right, well, we're just going to drill in 2 screws on the other side here, so let's get those get the center flush as well. Making sure to avoid the previous screws. And then we're going to do the same on the left side, and then one on the upper bit. So. Dad say last week that this was quicker than the machine? Yeah.
It's just getting used to a Japanese saw because it is the complete reverse of all the years you've ever used a saw. So reverse what you're doing and then go for it. That's it. But let the saw do the work. Tappy tappy. Tappy tappy. Anybody for pizza? No, you're alright, there you go, son. Here we go. Fireworks. On 3, 2. Don't let me down here. 1. There we go.
That'll be sped up in the video, guys. Not too bad. Ugh. Going with this, see if it's measured right. You know what mine like with my hands and measuring. Yeah, looking good. Is this one film on? Cameraman? You're in at the.
Should I be doing this here?
You're in with me.
Okay. So please, so I was going to say, please below comment, do you want Christopher's face in this video? But you just keep going there. I'm enjoying this. This is hard work, Christopher. I didn't know how much effort this puts in your elbow. Oh, 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 oh.
Perfect.
So folks, there we go for another week. As you can see, it is all now boarded up and solid. And Christopher?
I think it looks absolutely fantastic. So if you want to stick around, we're going to do the part 3 where we get the finishing touches put onto it. Remember, get the like and subscribes in and get the wee notifications so you're reminded when the third part comes out so you definitely don't miss it.
What is it people do when they put the phone?
Yeah, we're not that fancy, we don't have the IT savvy.
No. But I must admit, it was nice the way Christopher framed off that wee bit there. So next week it is literally straight into the cleats itself, so it will, and hopefully it'll go a wee bit easier with the software and the GoPro. You're stressing a wee bit.
Hopefully we don't lose any bits and pieces.
Guys, take care, be safe, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week on
The Relaxing Woodshop.
He Didn't Even Flinch.
See
Take
you
care.
then.